What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we're back with another video. We're up to 300 subscribers, of course, and the Heat just got swept, and I can't say this isn't what I expected. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I only watched literally 1 minute of this series. Like, I knew what it was. I know I'm supposed to be a basketball YouTube, blah, 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 but I was not getting myself to watch this series. I knew it was a mismatch. I'm pretty sure if you saw this series lined up before the series even started, you knew who was the winner. And I was one of those guys that said, I'm not watching this at all. And look where we did. Like, the Cavs blew out the Heat almost in every game, and the only game they didn't blow them out is when Donovan Mitchell scored 12 straight points to close it out in game 2, I believe. So yeah, the Heat stand no chance. But this video is obviously talking about what's next for the Miami Heat, like I did with the Memphis Grizzlies. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know what's next for them. Like, if you want me to be real, the only thing I know what's next for, or the only thing I would say what's next for the Miami Heat is firing or Pat Riley retiring, because it's time, bro. It's time. Your outdated schemes are not going to work in 2025. Not getting your help, not getting your best player help, not orchestrating your team around all-stars is not going to help. Yes, it's a good thing that Tyler Hero stepped up and emerged as an all-star this year. His highlights is probably going to be playing in the background of this video. But when Tyler doesn't have help, what are you supposed to do? And when Tyler has a stinker, you have no chance. And that's what Tyler had in game 4. He went 1 for 10. The game was over in the game was over in the first quarter. Like, I saw there was some shit 34-8. Come on, bro. They went out like they didn't want to fly back to Cleveland. And much respect, stay home, stay in Miami. You know you're gonna lose the series. What's the point of even hopping on a jet? But I don't know how the Miami Heat even build off of this, because they weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs to begin with. Remember, they were the 10th seed. The 10th jumped to 8th because they won both their playing games, but they couldn't win a single game in the playoffs. So that has fans talking about, should the play-in really be a thing? In my opinion, I like the play-in because the competition, it gets the teams trying other than just tanking for a low pick. So it's a good competition aspect. But at the same time, if you got this was the first time a 10th seed ever got in and they got their ass whooped. And the Cavs were the best team in basketball for majority of the season. So you can't say this wasn't expected. This wasn't the expected result, because this was obviously bound to happen. Like I said, I didn't watch a single minute, but they were looking for Jaime Jaquez Jr. to obviously develop this season, and he didn't end up doing that. He became a bench player. He didn't really get in the game, and then he has something going on with Eric Spoelstra. I'm not going to talk about that because I don't know if that's a rumor or not. Obviously, Davion Mitchell how do I say this? Davion Mitchell expanded his game for like, he stepped up in clutch moments. He stepped in the play-in. He stepped up in game 1, I believe. And he showed why the Kings ultimately drafted him all those years back. He didn't have a successful season in Toronto. Miami got him for this exact reason, and Davion proved it. Bam Adebayo, he had a disaster season in my opinion. It's the thing. I was talking to my friend the other day about this. Like, Bam had a good Olympics, so how did he fall off a cliff this far, like this fast? Like, what the hell happened? And Bam really hasn't been, in my opinion, not an impactful player this season. That's just off the games I've watched from the Miami Heat. Like, again, it hasn't been a lot. Like, I did not watch the Heat this season. I'm gonna just be real. I'm just be honest. I'm speaking from an open-minded view, like from an outside window. If you're a Heat fan, you can let me know. But it just seemed like Bam wasn't impactful like he was in seasons past or season prior. Like, he just didn't look like he had that aggression or he could go get a bucket. Like, he wasn't getting rebounds a lot, because I used to put him on my parlays, and I stopped doing that because obviously he wasn't hitting. So I don't know, like what do you do? Like, how do you get your future? Because yeah, I know what to say now. I think the Heat need to blow it up. They shouldn't be a playoff team, or they shouldn't be in the play-in next year. They need to try to go get a 2026 draft pick, because that's the only way I feel. Like, that's the only way I feel you could really just restart. Because obviously you should have restarted a few years ago, in my opinion, when They should have restarted when you felt like you weren't giving Jimmy Butler help. They should have tried to go tank for Cooper Flag this season. Obviously, they thought they were better than that, and obviously, they traded Jimmy Butler, and all Pat Riley had to do was get Jimmy Butler help. That's it. That's all he wanted, and we see how Jimmy Butler is thriving on the Warriors right now with quote-unquote help. Like, that's all he needed to be successful. But obviously, Pat Riley didn't end up doing that, and Jimmy's successful on the Warriors. It's crazy that I was just laughing about it. Like, Jimmy Butler says, I got my joy back in basketball the same day the Heat gets swept. So isn't that just ironic? So it's just ironic. That's all I have to say. Like, how do you trade your best player, obviously, and then talk about how you really didn't need him? Like, I did this myself, when Jimmy Butler is probably the third best player in Miami Heat franchise history, and he's not even getting his jersey retired. Andrew Wiggins stepped in and wore his jersey like in a snap of a finger. Like, it's crazy how Pat Riley did Jimmy Butler, but I don't know, bro. Like, I just don't know what's next for them. Like, how can they come back from this? Obviously, they're gonna keep Tyler Hero. They're gonna keep Jovic. He became a starter. They're banking on his development. They're banking on these development. Khalil Ware, he was a good rookie this season. He could develop into what we seen at the start of the season when Jimmy Butler was obviously out of the season. He stepped up. Like, I don't know. This Heat team is just weird. They weren't supposed to be in the playoffs regardless, so I don't know what to say about what's next for them. Like, these other teams, like, I could talk about what's next or how they can improve, but I honestly don't know how the Miami Heat improve from here. But let me know what do y'all think is next for the Miami Heat. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe. What's good, y'all? If y'all like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Posting daily, almost every day or every day. And there's a video on the left or in the video on the right. If you haven't watched that one already, click it. It might be good.